that's the next thing I need to invest in, because I haven't invested enough money in this hobby of mine. Gosh, what do I do here? No. All right, I want. Oh, the music is going. Okay, we're good. All right. Wow. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining the stream today. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I hope the quality of my stream is better today than it has been. I am like hooked up to Ethernet this time on my Mac instead of just over Wi-Fi, and my up was much better this time. So I'm hoping that you'll have a better experience too. So yeah, things are a bit crazy here in Seattle. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have about, about my job, about what I do, but also given the circumstances about COVID and the mess that it's caused here. I'm just gonna be chatting in the beginning of this for now, and then we'll move over to science and technology in a quick minute. Got some coffee. Well, not anymore. But I've been using this opportunity of being at home this whole time to get into making latte art. It's very difficult. I'm not getting very far, but I'm trying. I've got my roommate bought a nice espresso machine, or he got one for like a holiday or something, and so I've been trying to make some sense out of what latte art is, but it's been going, not the best. But when I get one like thing that looks at least adjacent to a classic latte art, I will be sure to post about it so you can see my creations. All right, I need to merge this in. We're going to be doing a bunch of refactoring, as I mentioned before. But I have a question for all of you. How have you all been surviving with what's going on? I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone's been practicing washing their hands well, and social distancing when necessary, and all that fun stuff. It's quite interesting what we've how life has kind of changed for all of us. Hello? Where is it? It's under PowerShell. Why isn't my tab completion working? That's weird. That's odd. I wonder if the daily build broke it. Oof, this is brutal having to type out every character. How do they do this in the Stone Age? WWU has gone to an online university in a few days. We expect that spring quarter will be all online. Wow. Folks that were hesitant to move to Skype are now really excited to switch. Well, that's good. I'm glad people are excited about it. That's That's pretty interesting. You know, I've been trying to see the, like, silver lining in all this. It's hard, because, naturally, it's hard to see the silver lining when a lot of the world is just kind of, like, going crazy right now. But, you know, I mean, like, things like this that are happening where universities are now switching to online because they have to. There's really no other choice. But what that means is that, you know, potentially that means people who can otherwise not go to school for reasons because of, you know, they have to be at home or they have jobs or something like that, those folks are going to benefit a lot from these online universities now. And I know there's a bunch of online universities today, but, you know, more choices for online schooling will be better for those that need it. So, you know, I want to believe that that's a silver lining in all of this. And yeah, Simon, the new work from home acceptance, like, all of Microsoft is working from home. I mean, all of really any big tech company is working from home, and I'm hoping, like, you know, out of all of the big tech companies, Microsoft has been one of the tech companies that hasn't really embraced remote enough. There are some teams that do it, but not a lot. And I'm hoping, and I think that this is going to be the case, I'm hoping that that starts to change, and all of this will really, like, push for remote life to be more accepted. So, you know, another silver lining, I think, at least. Okay. Gosh, this drives me crazy. System.object is not defined. I have to, like, do this .NET restore all packages or projects, and then it'll do its thing, and then all the red will be gone. Is this, I can't really tell. Hang on. Is that text big enough? It is slightly too big for me, but I'll use it if you think it's the right size. So, look, here's what happened. We have all of these privates now, which is just a mess. And there's, like, a whole bunch of this stuff that I really don't like. So, ooh, the scrolling is hurting. There's a slight lag to my scrolling. Oof. You can even see it on your phone. Okay, I'll keep it this way. All right, so my first thought is we have these two functions here. And if I look at what they do, let's search. So we have this. So this is something defined outside of this function. I'm just looking for things that that are not defined in this function. So this isn't defined in the function, and that's it. That's the only things. So my plan is that I want to pull this getPaddedString into a static class. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to pass in everything that this method needs. So this, and now this as well, which is not too bad, actually. Gosh, this is so funny. Right, so then that, and then this as well. Although wherever this is used, we could probably just get rid of this somehow. This is an event that will probably need to stay here, I think. This could be potentially moved out. And then this is the big, this is filter data. Yeah, filter data could definitely be moved out. Yeah, so we've got a lot of refactoring opportunities here. Let's start small. We'll start with this get padded string. Try to bring that out. So I was thinking, so this is for, let me show you what this is for, right? If you haven't seen it before. So, oh, tab completion works again. Okay, good. We're back. Graphical tools. Search here. Invoke. Ugh, can't type. Build. Invoke build. There we go. Module name. Here. ConsoleGuiTools. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Gonna build the thing. Build. I think the stream quality is a lot better than last time. I'm still got quite a few dropped frames, but I'm hoping that it's okay. Would love to know if you don't mind telling me if the stream quality is okay. Because I can try to like stop other processes on my machine that I think are causing issues. Okay, so this did the thing. I'm gonna start a new PowerShell here and do GCI pipe to out console grid view. And this is what it looks like. Right? It's a grid view, but in your console. Frozen sometimes, but okay overall. Well, that's good. I'm not sure if it's either like my internet at that point or if it's my, I don't know, my machine, because I'm running the stream and also doing the work on the same machine, but it really shouldn't be a problem. Like, it's a brand new MacBook Pro. Shouldn't have any problems running the stream. But I don't know. This is fine for now. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're looking at. Now, each of these rows that you see here, these guys, each of these, so like normally in PowerShell, each of those are objects, right? And you know, when it's formatted on the screen, it's done so in a very elegant way. It's not as elegant in out console grid view because there's no concept of a grid view in the library that I'm using underneath all of this. And so because of that, each one of these rows is just it's just a string where you know, it's built up. So we take this first property and we put it here, and then we put it here. We add the spaces in between to make sure it looks nice. So it's all like one big string across the screen. So with that being said, that's what this get padded string is doing. It's taking a list of strings and it's padding them based on this property, and that property is how wide we want each of the columns to be in the grid view. So that's what get padded string does. So I'm going to pull that out into something a little bit more descriptive. This will be a static, or it'll be a class that has a bunch of static properties, and it's going to be called, maybe like grid view helpers, probably. Like that. I think that makes sense. And so then we'll grab a bunch of this stuff to get us started here. And we'll do internal class grid view help grid no come on grid view helpers. Okay, so then grid view helpers will have this guy. Oh, I'm not looking for if anybody is doing any sort of like following or something. I need to pay attention to that. Sorry. I guess there's a feed, right? Yeah, okay. All right. So, private, we're going to make this static. Right? And so now we have our problem here, right? We have this list view column width. And so it's pretty simple. What we'll do to fix this is, I believe this is a string array, maybe? What is this? Oh, it's an int array. Right, okay, that makes sense. Int array. This. And then for these, we'll just use this. Okay. Boom. Peachy. Okay. Hello. Hey Joel, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And so then what we do is we grab these two references, which one is this, so that doesn't count. And then we have this one. And so now what we do instead is we'll call grid view helpers dot this comma list view column widths as a starter. There we go. And really? Oh, it's private. Whoops. Public. Yeah, doing a bunch of refactoring. All right, so we've done that. So let's go back over to this. And so now the only reference is here. So we can get rid of this. See ya. So now, OmniSharp having a struggle. All right, so now let's see what we got here. Items, add. So now we go to these, right? Hello, what does it say? Dizzy01, welcome to the stream. How you doing? And we'll do list view offset. Grid view helpers dot list view offset list. Is it this one? Yeah, must be. All right, one more. Where's the other reference? Here you are. There you are. Grid view helpers dot list view offset list view column widths. Okay, beautiful. And zero references. See ya. All right, one down. What else can we do? We'll leave this one for now because that's an event. So the other thing that I wanted to do was I noticed that. Well, first of all, let's make sure that this works. Very important that we make sure our code works before we go and make more changes. But it should work. It should work, probably. All right. Survey says. Cool. Still works. We haven't broken it yet. Now, the next thing that I wanted to try, and this is going to be a little bit riskier, is here's what I noticed. So, recently, Steve, my manager, added this change where, actually, it'll be best if I just show you the issue. So, before this last change that my manager made, if I were to select this one here, this module, and I were to search for Mo and apply that. Oh, interesting. It didn't actually work. Interesting. Well, well, well. Maybe we have to fix it. Yeah, okay. But so the bug is that I want to be able to click on this one, filter, and it still be selected, but it's not. So that doesn't work. Should be able to do this. Yeah, it doesn't return anything. Okay, cool. So it's broken too. Excellent. We can fix this. So the intent was that we do this thing called refresh selected list view, and we had this hash set that kept track of the indexes that we had selected. This would keep track of the things that were selected, and from there we would run this refresh selected list view that would reset if a particular item in the list was selected. Right. There's the commit there. Keep track of selected when filtering is applied. So, interesting, huh? Looks like we'll have to fix this, which is fine because I actually wanted to fix this in a different way. The thing that I wanted to introduce was another class. And I don't know if this is going to work, but we will see. I wanted to call this item or list item. Or grid view list item. Grid view. Grid view row. Grid view row. Oh, really? Did it say something? Well, he might not have understood the issue that I had wanted him to fix. Unselect all if filter gets applied. Keeps track of selected items with filtering. No, I think that's the second commit. The first commit makes sure that everything is unselected. Second commit says keep track of the selected items with filtering. I think it's supposed to work, but it's not. The first two do seem conflicting. We might be missing something. But anyway, I'm going to get it working the way that I want it to work. I have the power. which is to say, we're gonna try to pass this object in, and we're gonna see how it goes. So my thinking is that we'll have a grid view row here, and then this will have public string display string get set. It'll also have public bool is marked. That determines whether or not it should be selected. And then we'll need to override public toString. Public string. Do I need to actually override it? I think so. And this will just be, actually this is just display string. Yeah, there we go. Not sure why that doesn't have any references, but shrug. Okay, so my thinking is that, and I haven't like fully thought this through, so this could totally backfire on me. I'm really not sure, but this. Items. So display string equals this. And so now items here. Items is actually going to be, it's up here somewhere. I think it's this. This is going to be now a list of grid view helpers, grid view rows. And is marked equals this. We'll get rid of this. Okay. New index, old index, which is I. Okay. New index, old index. I feel like it would be useful for this to have wow, type better, Tyler. Public int original index. And then we don't need the index map at all, in theory. But what is the new index? Is the new index is kept outside of the loop? Okay, so new index. Yeah, you're right. I'll need to make this public. Okay. So we shouldn't need to do this, but we still need to do that, plus plus. Okay, fine. Fine. All right, that seems a lot nicer. Items go in here. So where are we going to go horribly wrong? That's what I want to know. Or will this just work? Who knows? Do you know? I don't know. We need to go and find this. Because now we've deleted a few things. This is still used. This is still used. List view column width is still used. This is still used. This is not used. Selected indexes. Also, what? Hang on a minute. What in the world is this? Why are there two of them? What? It's called in... Okay, I understand now. This is the one that the commandlet will use. Fine, that makes perfect sense. But very confusing. We need to get rid of this guy, and fast. It needs a comment is what it needs, but we're also going to get rid of it, so. Okay. All right, here's where things get a little tricky. So, right. Okay, I understand this now. All right. I think we want to get rid of this method here, and we just want to like use this somehow. Okay. All right, we're making progress. There's some stuff going on here. UString is a type for I don't know. But GUI CS uses a lot. I believe it's exposed via this library called NStack. But I'm not 100% sure on what it actually does. Sorry. All right. This is what we want to do. Okay. So this, we want to look at the items here. Item list. Count. Oh, UTF string. UTF-8 string instead of the usual UTF-16. That makes sense. Wow. Gosh, my editor is just so sluggish right now. It's awful. It's definitely OmniSharp's fault too. Very annoying. No hands. Fresh instance of VS Code. I shouldn't need to do that. What am I doing here? Okay. So, I know. I don't want to restart it because I know the command. It's just it doesn't always work. Rarely works. But I'll do it. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. So we shouldn't see. There's one more reference of this guy. And that's to clear it. Well, now it's gone. Okay. So, I just can't help but feel like we're missing something. This has so much code in it. It's just a lot to take in. Where's that creation here? I don't remember. I don't recognize. Let's see. This selected list. Where is this? Okay, that's not bad. Based on their original index. Okay, sure. Should we try it? Let's just try it. For all I know, I can't use that class to... for all I know, I have to use a string. I can't use my grid view class. One way to find out. Hey, it still worked. Nice. So, will it work though? No, it didn't work. Okay, fine. Oh, nice. Ignite was fun, wasn't it? All right. The good news is we can use the class. The bad news is it's still not working. So why? Why is it not This seems a bit broken to me. We don't want to do... Right, okay. Index map. So we need to map the items that are in the list. No, we don't want to do that. We don't need this at all. We don't need this at all. Instead of this... Okay, here's a thought. Step 1. Where is the event for when something gets clicked on? It's like there is an event, I know there is. Maybe we don't handle it though. Source. Filter field changed. Filter. Header. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So here. Is this items used at all? It's not. What? This is just dead code? Is that what I'm seeing here? Because in theory, this filter data is basically doing that exact code. And I think it is. All right. Well, let's clean that up then. So much code, jeez. Yeah, look at this. None of these are used? It's actually just a bunch of dead code. Great. Fantastic. Goodbye. I think you were schooling Jason Helmick at the time. Yep. There was a... Yeah, so for those of you who don't remember or weren't at Ignite, Joel came to the PowerShell booth and did like a mini talk on his module called PS Cohen's, and it's a fantastic module for like learning how to use PowerShell and how to like get started with it. And yeah, like there was a huge crowd who were interested in this stuff, and yeah, it was really interesting. I highly recommend checking it out. PS Cohen's, and I'm sure Joel's ready with a link in the chat for those of you. But yeah, this guy right here is so. Oh, interesting. There's someone sitting at the table. He pointed you out afterwards in relation to GitHub contributions. Well, I don't know. I don't know what who I was pointing out, Evil K9, but the PowerShell extension is practically rewritten at this point. So give it a try. All right. I think there is an event in here. It might be this. Oh, what? 1? Three? Does it take anything? It takes nothing. Well, that seems odd. Action. Selection changed. Let's look at the... Gosh, so bad. Let's look at their code. I'm so glad that it's been way better for you. I remember I opened an issue about selection. List view. Hey! Sorry, I needed to... there was a message for me. But anyway, talk to me, Gooseman. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. And Corbob, hey, welcome. It's great to see you all. Right now, I am looking for a particular issue on how to listen to this event that gets fired. Aha, here it is. What is this? What? Selected item. Okay, this is weird. All right, list view dot selected item. Okay. All right. If list view dot source dot selected item dot, no, it doesn't like that. I just want to see if... Gosh. If Steve thought he addressed it, it's probably closed. So Twitch says I'm 5 seconds behind. But what comes up on stream is closer to 1 minute. Really? Damn. I don't know if there's something I can do to fix that. I thought I turned on that setting that's like, try to be as close to real time as possible, but clearly that doesn't seem to do the trick. What if we do this? List view dot selected item. No. Oh, okay. I got this. List view dot source dot is marked. This gives us an index. List view dot selected item. Okay. Okay. We want this, the data source. Oh my gosh, how do I get that? List view dot source. I don't know what to do here. I can get if it's marked. I can render it. I can set its marked value. But I want the data behind it. It's an iList data source. What? Gosh, these objects are just silly. Don't try to fix it. The internets are kind of congested these days. Yeah, I think COVID and everybody working from home definitely has put a damper on Twitch a little bit. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe. So you see you and maybe one other person streaming at a given time. Today there's like 5 people I usually watch at different times. Yeah, I normally am not streaming on Fridays, but I meant to stream yesterday, and it's like unfortunately I was busy. I had to give I was giving a demo of some stuff to like my manager's manager. So that was pretty fun. That's Brendan Burns, the guy who like co-created Kubernetes. Yeah, he's like my big boss. It has a count. So maybe it's enumerable. So I don't know if I already have link. I just want to get I just want to get like an item from this source. And it won't let me. It's not the toString. This will check whether or not it's marked. But the problem is that I need the actual object behind it. And I can't see anything of use in here either. What? Of type. Sorry, I'm just gonna focus on this for a second. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. I think I've gone through all of them. Yep. Maybe you're right. Maybe I can just cast it. Let's see. I would be kind of shocked, to be honest. iList of grid view row. But, you know. Ooh. Sorry. Oh my gosh. No way. So that's how it works. Well, it didn't complain. It might fail. That is a possibility. Vex, I can try that. But I would think that the data source is what I want. Actually, let me look at the docs really quick. You know, looking at docs is pretty good sometimes, so I've heard. You know, API documentation. Let's look. Let us see. List view. Source. iList data source. So what did I get back here? Huh. Yeah, we don't care about docs. No, we care about docs a lot. Docs are so good. What would we do without them? I guess you might be right, Vex. I should try that. That seems most likely. You pass in the list here, right? And then you can use of type, blah, and then get the data. I'm gonna try. We'll try that. Seems a little silly that there's not like a way to just like get the data back, but shrug. Eva Champion 2, thank you so much for following. I really, really appreciate it. And so I've got like 13 viewers here. Just to let you all know, for those of you who already know, I say this every time, but like all of the money that I get from the stream, I donate to charity, specifically Girls Who Code, right above me. And since I donate through Microsoft, Microsoft will match it as well. So all that money goes to them. I don't get a single cent of it. And yeah, I mean, I do this for fun. So that's my story. I'm so glad that you love Microsoft and open source. I do too. If you do have the Amazon Prime, it'll give you free Twitch Prime, and Twitch Prime gives you a free subscription every month, I believe. And so, that gives me, I think it's like $5 or something, and then that turns into 10 when I donate it. So just something to think about. MSN Messenger. I don't know. That's a different department. Microsoft's a big company, but my guess is probably not. But who knows? That's funny. I'm going to be honest, these docs are not very helpful, which is fair. Docs are hard to write. Let's try what you suggested, Joel, and we will see how it goes. List view of type. Grid view row. Now I just want to index into it. Which I guess I just do this to array, which is silly. And then do this. Gosh, if this works, this is some hacky stuff right here. Grid view row. That works. Oh my. It's horrible. It's so ugly. Oh my gosh. I totally respect being broke. Totally respect. Especially in these times where there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of just like a lot of craziness going on right now across the world. So I'm definitely not pressuring you to do anything. Icelandic voice actress. Who's that? You? Or the song? Oh, nice. That's really cool. One of my like good friends from like middle school had moved to the States from Iceland. I think he's moved back now, but he was really nice. I've always wanted to go there. It's the only Nordic country that I've not been to, actually, is Iceland. So I have to go at some point in my life. Plus, it's a very millennial thing to do, to go visit Iceland. So, I also have to do it because it's in my blood to do that. Well, let's see how this does, shall we? Right, so then here... Gosh, this is actually quite a refactor. So now we're not using this anymore. Index map. Okay, for this, we're not going to do this at all. What we're going to do is item list. Grid view row. Original index, like that. So hopefully we can get rid of this. So that should hopefully keep the selection working. This. And now I don't think we need to do this anymore, because when you select it, it will keep track of it, in theory. Let's just comment that out. Who thinks this is going to break on the first time? I do. I think it's not going to work. I have doubt. Let's see. Let's see. Build away. Okay. Yes, I'm going to come to Iceland. But not right now. Can't go to Iceland right now. But in the future, definitely will come to Iceland. Yep. I'm a Windows 10 user. Nice. Sorry, I don't remember what that was in response to. But I'm with you. Okay. Grid view row. What we want to do here is... Oh, geez, this is getting complicated. How do we know the original index? Okay. All right. Here's what we need to do. Okay. There's a lot that I'm tracking in my mind right now. Item list here. Where does item list get set? Item list gets set here in filter data. Okay. We need, okay, all right. So here's what we need. This. We need this filter data to return this. Return items. And I'll tell you why. The reason why, so, gosh, this refactoring is getting dicey. So we're implementing a filter here, right? So we have the data backed behind the entire like execution of out console grid view. So that's the full list of items that are in the grid view. And then there's a subset of that, which is what you actually see when you use the filter. So we need to have two lists in order to do that. But really, we don't want to. We want two lists that are using the same objects. So we need to have one list that has all of the instances of a grid view row, and then we need another list, which is what actually gets rendered to the screen. Whew. So what we need to do first is we will take all of this that has already been written here. This for loop. Filter data. Where does the actual filtering happen? Here. All right. Okay. Let me just think for a sec. Got to process this. It's quite a lot. I want to try to reuse this if I can. But the filtering makes it harder. So what if private? No. Private void load data. Like that. Okay. We're not going to do any of this or any of this, but we will do this for loop. And then we will take out anything that has to do with a regex, which is this, see ya, and this. Okay. If match, in this case, we want to do this. In every instance, yeah. And then we want to do item list equals items. this will be is marked false. And false is a default for a Boolean, so we don't need to specify that at all. All right. That will load our list. So now we need to filter. This is going to return a grid view row list, spelled correctly, of course. Filter data, string filter. This. All right. Now, what we're going to do here, we'll copy this. So rather than doing this for loop again, now we're just going to loop through the guys in item list. Okay? We'll do this if display string if it's a match, add grid view row. Try catch here. And for this, we'll return items, I guess. It's an empty list at this point. The regex fails once, it'll fail for everything. So that's fine. We add it to the list. Items add. We don't need to do this at all. And then we return items. Okay. Comment out this guy. Load data, filter data. It's all coming together. All coming together. Filter data. So basically what we'll do here, right, is list of grid view row. And then we put that in here. And then this we'll just need to, what'll this do? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Where did I just make that change? Okay, here. There's another place that we need to do this, I think. Clicked, header. Okay, here's where we want to do the load data. Right. Set this. All right. I don't know. This might work. Potentially. Who knows? It's been a while since I built it, so it'll probably go haywire. But let's find out. I feel like Twitch got a bunch of love with everybody working from home. More streamers, more people watching streams, the whole 9 yards, really. All right. Well, everything's still rendering, so that's nice. All right. So that's still not working. It's actually possible to debug this. So check this out. So I'll grab the PID. I'll do an F5 on this. F5. Hello, F5. What are you doing? This is not what you're supposed to be doing. I don't like this, whatever you're doing. This is not normal. No. It's not what I want to do at all. There we go. Okay, we're in. So, I want to check out this, and I want to check out load data, maybe here. Let's see if it works. No, it didn't work. It's because it was building at the same time. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Fine. Exit. Build. It does work, I promise you. All right. PID. Grab that. Play. Bada bing. Don't really know what that has to do with anything, but wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I might have been doing something dumb the whole time. It's possible. My machine is screaming right now. I don't know if you can hear it. Everything is just kind of locked up. But I was going to say, I was doing something really silly. I wasn't even trying my local build at all. I was using the live one. So this whole time I've been testing against not my code. Okay. Looks good. Gosh, that might... Okay, it does still work. So there's that. Let's see if this works. It looks like this isn't firing at all. The event's not working. Uh-oh. That's not good. All right. Well, clearly that doesn't work. All right. Back to the drawing board. This is an interface. And it tells you if an item is marked. But there's no event that fires when something is selected with a mouse. So how am I supposed to do this? Because this doesn't seem to be firing. And this doesn't work. So I think I'm basically out of options here. Because that's not a concrete type at all. Unless I made my own, like, I don't know, grid view data source.cs, and then did something like, I don't know, grid view data source is an I list data source Haha. Nice. I do not want to do all of those, so instead I'm just going to do this, and we will have a private list of grid view row called item list. And then in the constructor, we will take in this. Now this list view, I don't know what to do with this render. Ugh. I don't want this render. I just want you to do what you do normally. Selected item column line width. I don't know. I think we'll have to figure that one out as we go. But this seems promising. And look, I can even do this. Make this property. I really should get going soon. This has been a lot more work than I was expecting, unfortunately. And there was a meeting I was going to go to at 11. But there's a lot more work that can be done here. I think I'm going to give it another try. Of course the music isn't playing. It always messes up. I can't like hear the music because I don't know, because it's bad. I've got this really bad like thing handling the music, and I have to like do this and then go back to this, and then boom, now the music should be playing again. Right, instead of this, we're doing item source. And this is a grid view data source. Shouldn't need to do any of this now. Okay. This we still need to do item list. And then with this we do really, instead of this, it's just like grid view row item list. Yeah, like that. But then once we set it, it's no longer a source. So do we need to do new data source? Maybe it uses the same source. Oh, use the source property. Okay. Okay. Probably don't need this if we're gonna do this. Gosh, it's been a wild refactoring ride. Like that, and then get rid of that. List. Maybe. The only thing is, I don't know what to do with this render. Render. This method is invoked to render a specific item. The method should cover the entire provided width. List view. Container. To be added. Console driver. Driver. To be added. Describes whether the item being rendered is currently selected by the user. Yikes. The index of the item to render. 0 for the first item and so on. The column where the rendering will start. The line where the rendering will be done. The width that must be filled out. But like, what do I do? How do I actually use this? I don't know. Whoa. Well, that's dead. All right, so I'm going to build this. It's going to fail, and then I'm going to go because there's a lot more to this grid view data source that is needed. I think I have to do, I don't know, like driver, maybe, like this, maybe? Set colors. Like, I don't know what the, maybe if I look at the default render in the code here. C#. Render. Core. Hex view. Label. List view. Has to be list view. Okay. Here we go. Thoughts on just taking this code? I think this is the way. Wait a minute. Okay. End stack. No red? There's a red. Where's source defined? Render source. What is source? This dot source. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Source is just the list. It's this. All right. Yeah. All right. Right, there it is. Okay. Not terrible. Gosh, the code style is just so bizarre. Because he comes from like a mono background. So I guess this is like the code style for mono. I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of it. It's a little bit odd, but maybe it's just because it's different. All right. Allegedly, this will work. Let's find out. Right, yeah. The code style for mono projects is so bizarre. It's quite unusual. Like, the braces are on a weird line, and there's like the function calls are like they have a space in between the name of the function and like other stuff. It's very weird. Okay. 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 Whoa! There it goes. No. Stop it. Nope. Don't do it. Nope. Oh my gosh, look, it's from my cursor. Oh god. Exit. No. No. It's plagued at that point. Okay. Alright, well, let's do some debugging, shall we? Oh. Lol. It's probably that. Yeah, it's like they deliberately made it hard to read. I don't know. My guess though is that they had to do that. Cuz a lot of the times back in the day, coding style was something that people would use as means to like get around the fact that they are secretly like copying code. These don't have anything in common. Scripts and source. Let's go to the filter S. I think it's running, but it's not doing anything. All right, let's throw something here in the filter data. I don't know the PID. Dang it. Not that one. It's the login shell. It must be, right? No, maybe it's this one. Filter. Yep, it's this one. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. We can probably jump down here. There should be 15, 16. Do they all have S in them? No, this one doesn't. Oh, they all have staff. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me be a little bit more selective. That's funny. Hey, it's still selected. No, I don't think it worked. Very close. Very, very close. It was still selected. So we're very close. Stop the debugger. It makes PowerShell go crazy. I want to try this again. Okay, it did work. Okay, so let's try it again. This time I will search for Microsoft. Apply. I'm going to select only this one. Accept. Nice, nice, nice. This time I will select that same one. Then I'll apply nothing. It worked. I will select the same one. I will apply the Microsoft filter again. And then I will accept. Whoa, I think we did it. I think we freaking did it. So here's another thing, right? I'm going to select source and Microsoft. I'm going to search for Microsoft. Apply. Let's see what happens. I get both. And I think I like that behavior because it's kind of like GitHub's issue labels. They do the same thing. You like filter, select, all of those are still selected. But, you know, maybe not. I'm not sure. But that should be very easy to change. Okay, so we have things working. Let's delete all this extra garbage code. Delete garbage code. filter data. This is gone. Awesome. So, what else can we pull out here? Or do we want to call it there? It would be kind of nice. We've got some new stuff. There's definitely some more we can do. Like, I fully believe that we could potentially pull out this load data into something else, into a grid view helper. And then, like, you know, we pass in the application data. But then we also have these that we'd have to pass in. It's a bit tedious. I don't know. This seems like a decent enough refactor for now, but I would love to get to a point where load data and filter data were outside. See, like, filter data here, like, we don't need to do any of this, right? Because what I'm thinking is, if we have an exception in this, then we do this when you call filter data. We do the catch. And that way, filter data doesn't have anything to do with console GUI stuff. It's just the core functionality, which is, hey, filter the data that I give you and give it back to me. If it throws an exception, then you need to handle it. And handle it in a way that makes sense for you. So that'll be a decent refactoring some other time. But I'm going to go because there's this meeting that I'm now 24 minutes late to. It might actually, but there's still a whole other hour of it, so that's fine. Yeah, so I'm going to jump over to that. But this is definitely a good start. Like, look at all this. Look at all these changes. Good changes. Lots of stuff that has been refactored. This comes out, that has come out, and that has come out too. Yeah, it does. It is looking much better. But this filter data one. Right, because then, like, what I was thinking is, we would do try we would do this. And then over here, it would be just show everything. So we would just throw in the item source. In the fullness of time, survey says, please load. No throw. like this. Now, all we need is the grid view list, which we can easily do with list grid view row. List. Replace this with this. And just like that, we can make this static. Like that. Public, static, filter data. And so then, basically this, oh my gosh, it's just so bad how horribly slow this is. I'm just gonna reuse this event function here. I know this is an action, but it does the same thing. But I'll just do null, comma, this. Or just this is expecting a U string, yeah? Okay. Fine. And that goes away. And now we're using this everywhere, and then eventually, once GUI-CS is fixed, because for some reason as you type in the filter, there's supposed to be an event that fires off, but it's not firing. So we're doing this instead for now. And so yeah, this should still work, and we've just refactored yet another one. Also, something that I've been thinking about is just getting rid of these ifs. There's no need for the little dialogue to pop up. But I'll save that for another PR. Need to make sure that this isn't just like a massively large PR. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. I think that's enough cleanup for one day. Ideally, the load data. Have a nice walk, Big Johnny J. Talk to you later. Right, so like this would be the other one that we could potentially refactor away, because then we just have this quit thing, which I'm thinking about getting rid of, and then this massively large start, and that's it. In fact, what's stopping me? But now let's do this and then we'll be done. Application data, application data. Load source from application data. That's what we're going to call it. And it will be static, and it will return a grid view data source. Yeesh. Maybe we'll leave this one, actually. Yeah, because there's a bunch of things. I'd have to, like, pass these into... yeah, we'll leave that one. So then, in theory... we figure out how to, like, make this start not as big. Figure out how to do components of the GUI. But for now, I think this is fine. Let's test it one more time. One more time for the folks at home. And then we will be done for today. This one. Microsoft. Apply. Accept. Yes. Cool. Still works. All right. I'm going to throw this in a PR and we'll be done here. Create a new branch. Refactor part 1. Moves moves some selection logic and leverages I list view data source. All right, that's it. Push personal refactor part 1. Hello, Offlight X. I'm just about to wrap up here, but thank you for joining. And leverage. This pulls out a few methods into a grid view helpers class leverages ilist data source so that instances of grid view row can hold onto whether they are selected and also their original index in the list of items from the pipeline. What else? I think that's about it. Now the filter acts like GitHub's label filter. Things that are filtered out but are selected stay selected. Big changes. Right, so like the next goal would be, all right, how many of these things? So like clearly application data is used in load data, and I believe this is also used in load data. Oh my gosh, it's just so slow. Yeah, those two guys are used in load data, as is this. This, on the other hand, I think is no longer used. Oh, it's used in the event, so that's reasonable. Obviously, item source is used elsewhere, so we need to hold on to that one. Cancelled. Yeah, I don't know why that needs to be a thing, but that's fine for now. Yeah, I think we've done as much as we can at the moment. This is used in this event. All right, cool. PR opens. All right, I'm done for now. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Remember to wash your hands and practice social distancing. And let me know if you have any questions, any things that you are curious about, like what I work on, or like if there's something in particular you want me to work on, and I'll try to like fit it into my schedule. Until then, let's go ahead and raid somebody. Who do we have here? So what I do